Welcome back to the channel. We are now in Cusco, the home of Machu Picchu. We're going to be here for most probably the next 2 weeks exploring loads of different stuff. Rainbow Mountain, we're doing the Inca Trail, the historic centre. So loads of fun things coming up, so stay tuned for that. Pedro Market and Cusco, the altitude here is like, I think it's like 3,300 meters, and we've been struggling a bit, so we just got some coca toffee, coca tea, and coca leaves, which helps with the altitude quite significantly, I think, so we're gonna need it for the Inca Trail. Just leaving the market. You gotta have a bit of a strong stay. It's quite a good market to be fair as those markets go, but in the food bit there are some rough things like whole cow's heads, like still with the eyes. And then we came out and I don't know, I think they're guinea pigs. There was like buckets of like bald guinea pigs and they were huge, so they're either pumped with roids or they're not guinea pigs and they were rats, but yeah, not the one, not for me. Your feelings bottle up inside, heading for a collision in the night to really live.
So we're just having a wander through the main, well, one of the squares now. It's called Cusco Main Square, so it is the main square. It's so beautiful. There's like 2 gorgeous churches which aren't open, so we can't have a look inside. And it just looks like it wouldn't be out of place in Europe, really. And you can see a little bit of it behind me. We've just had an amazing lunch at a restaurant called Nanu, which is near the main square. But look at this view out the window. Moments pass, make this one count. In Lewis's words, look at that, what a view. He's not wrong. We're at Mirador de San Blas. There you go, Mirador de San Blas. Super cute streets around here. Again, wouldn't look out of place in Europe. Lewis thinks we're going to this bar up here, but we'll let you know when we get there. Things out. Deep underneath all the laser, your doubts. There's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair. Hell underwater, fine for it. Breathing. I think it'll be alright. Maybe not. You're crazy. Obviously that was gonna happen. Morning guys, as you can see, bought the cowboy hat last night from Machu Picchu. We are just moving hotel, not because there was anything wrong with our last place. Casa Matada, we just checked out there, they gave us this little llama, but they were fully booked for the next 3 nights, so we've moved to a new place, Casa Faustina, just waiting for the room to be ready, and we're going to check in. Liv's not feeling too great, so I might be off exploring on my own, but just going to explore the historical centre today and go up to Saqsaywaman, which is like an old historic wall that kind of sits right at the north of the city. So just grabbing a little bit of lunch before heading to... Oh, I keep saying this wrong. Saqsaywaman, which is the ancient walls at the top of Cusco. It looks pretty cool. We are just in Plaza Nazarenas at El Café de Mama Oli. Here is lunch. Gracias. Lovely. We've just arrived at the entrance to Saqsaywaman. Took about 20 minutes, steeply uphill from about in the San Blas district. And this is the start of the wall. No idea how big it is, so let's go in. Might be going crazy, I don't know. Okay, so we've just come into Saqsaywaman and bought our tickets. So to clarify the tourist tickets here, so we just paid 130 sols, which is near enough £30, and that gets us access to actually all 3 of the tourist sites. So the first one being here and a few other of the ruins, the second being all of the museums, and the third being the big sites kind of further out of town, such as some of the old Inca towns
grounds and stuff. This ticket lasts for 10 days. You can buy tickets to the single areas I just said. Each of those costs 70 sol, which is just shy of £20, but they only last for I think it was 2 days, so they don't give you very long. So if you're going to do stuff in at least 2 of the 3 ticket zones, buy the one that covers you for all of the sites for about 40 quid. We're now just going to go in. So here's Cusco's answer to Christ the Redeemer, Cristo Blanco. This is right next to Saqsaywaman, so we're going to head up there once we leave here. But check out this viewpoint. This has got to be the best viewpoint over the city, surely. Oh, wow, look at that square. We've not even seen that square. So we have actually been to the square. That is Cusco Main Square, where we were yesterday, which is where you'll find the cathedral, a Starbucks, and a McDonald's. All the main sites.
Got no reason to be afraid. You're glowing in the dark. You're glowing in the dark. Glowing in the dark. I feel it in my heart. You're glowing in the dark. Glowing in the dark. Yeah, you're glowing in the dark.
Just leaving Saqsaywaman. I'm definitely not saying it right. I'm saying it different every time. Yeah, really nice place to just chill, get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Get up here before 2:30. Clearly all of the tours finish here so that they can then go to the Cristo Blanco for sunset, because we were here and there's hardly any people and then it was packed. So come up here in the middle of the day or the morning and it is a really nice place to just chill and have a wander.
Yeah, really relaxing. Morning, Lewis.
Right.
So we were up very early this morning at 3 a.m.
I think that's a new record on this trip.
Yeah, super fun. And that is because we are trekking to sorry, I'm out of breath already.
Humantay Lagoon.
Humantay Lagoon, and we just arrived at the start point. Should be about an hour and a half there. So let's see how we go. We're at quite high altitude, 3,800 meters. First hike at altitude. I'm already out of breath.
This level of altitude, yeah.
So I'm going to stop it there.
Imagine sun shining in clouds.
Okay, so I've just been told we're halfway there. Pretty steep, but not unmanageable. I'm feeling pretty good for me. So yeah, we're halfway there, then great. I think it's going to get steeper and steeper. I actually think I can see Lewis up there in the far distance, so that just tells you how far ahead of me he is. But I'm not the last one, so that makes a change.
Scoring every shot you make. No, you've never heard of pain, because you're just high on life.
So we made it up to the top. I actually think we were further than halfway when I said we were halfway. And yeah, it's absolutely stunning. So definitely worth the hike. Not too strenuous, even at altitude. It wasn't too bad.
So we're just heading down from Humantay Lake. And we lucked out really, we just booked a normal tour and we got here way before all the crowds, and now all the other tours seem to be arriving as we're coming down. There are hundreds of people. All the mules.
We made it down, but I stashed my coat at the start of the trail, so Lewis has gone back to get it for me. Mountains here are just amazing.
Blue skies, a totally peaceful mind. Never need a second try. Know you get it right the very first time. It could be the best of days. It could be the best of times.
So we are just walking through the Plaza de Armas and literally like hundreds of people are stood in a square marching on the spot. God knows why. Now we're going for dinner.
Never heard of pain, because you're just high on life. Every day is
Today we have a cocktail Coca-Cola. We use for the cocktail macerating blueberry with pisco.
like you wanted to, like you wanted to, like 24/7, like 24/24 heaven. Oh, like you wanted to, like you wanted to, like 24/7, like 24/24 heaven. Oh.
So we are on our second tour day in Cusco. Teamed up with Inca Travel again today, which was who we went with yesterday through Viator, so we went direct today because yesterday was good at Humantay Lake. And today we're at Moray, which is one of the Inca sites, and then we are going to Maras, which is where the salt mines are. We don't know too much about Moray yet, so we will let you know once we've had our briefing. There are two sites here. This one is pre-Inca. This is the first one. This was by a civilization called the Pequeños, which were from Bolivia. And essentially the whole point of this was to grow potatoes. So they call it a laboratory. So they tested different ways. And on the Inca side, which we'll show you in a minute, they found 500 different species of potatoes, which is pretty cool. So let's go show you that side, because that side's better.
Tell me about the potatoes.
So this is the Inca site, which is a much more advanced laboratory than the one we just saw. And this is where they found the 500 species of potatoes. They also found coca leaf growing. Pretty cool, there's not much more to it than that, really.
Other than that, it looks like an amphitheatre.
Yeah, it looks like an amphitheatre. The water flute come down the channels from the top of the mountain. There was a reservoir in the middle, so they had enough water in the dry season for the potatoes to grow. It's pretty cool. You can even see the steps, so you might not be able to see it on the video because the walls are too tall, you can't get out, so they even built steps into the wall. But 70% of this is newly built because it flooded and collapsed, so they've had to rebuild it, but it looks how it used to look.
Thank you for that, David.
No worries, my pleasure. Oh, really salty. Salty chocolate from the salt mines. You want some?
Yeah.
We've heard a lot about this, Inca Cola.
Inca Cola.
Everyone's raving about it, so...
Let's see what the fuss is about.
God, what does that taste like? Oh, tastes just like iron brew.
Ah.
Yeah, class.
So the second main event of today is the Maras salt mines, and we've just driven into a valley and it looks so impressive. So yeah, excited to go and check them out. So after an afternoon of relaxing, after our big day of touring, we got some work done and now we've just come for dinner. Hello. At a lovely little place called Racula. I've ordered a
Apologies.
I've ordered a beef stew and Lewis has gone for the lamb shank.
Just had a banging dinner at Racula. My first meal was a little bit cold, so I sent it back. Because I like my food like really hot.
Very hot.
So we got free pudding, and the pudding was unreal. Honestly, chocolate cake, chocolate mousse, all sorts going on. So now we are going to bed. This is the final night for tomorrow. We begin the Inca Trail sesh. We're not actually doing any hiking tomorrow, so we do still have another night in a bed tomorrow night, but we will meet the gang tomorrow for the briefing, so time for hopefully a proper decent sleep.
If you would like to watch the full video of our Inca Trail experience, I will leave a link up above and down below in the description. And if you would like to see the day trip that we did to Machu Picchu via train, then keep watching as it's coming up later in this video. Okay guys, so we are back in Cusco. We left the Amazon rainforest and we are back again in our home away from home is what it feels like. And Lewis is going to tell you what we're up to today.
So today we have come to Pallay Poncho, which is like the alternative Rainbow Mountain. So you've got the famous Rainbow Mountain, you've got Palcoyo, which is the Rainbow Valley, and then a 4-hour drive from Cusco you've got Pallay Poncho, which is like a new tour that they do here, and it's all kind of like red and blue stripes all the way up. So we left at 4:30 in the morning. It's now, what's the time now? It's 10 past 10 and we finally arrived. We've got an hour and a half incredibly steep hike coming up, so yeah, can't wait. So Liv is just taking the hike up to that point. Impresionante, see, Liv's gonna go up on that peak there for a photo. absolutely amazing. We're the only people here. There were like 4 or 5 people that were leaving as we arrived, so they must have stayed nearby and not come from Cusco. No one else is here. And it's just absolutely incredible. The colours are amazing. And now we're just going back down the way we came because we found another good spot to fly the drone. We're at 4,600 metres. So the altitude is one of the highest we've been to. But yeah, unreal. £192 we paid for the private tour because there's not actually group tours that come here, and worth every penny. Absolutely stunning.
Okay guys, another day in Cusco. We've just checked out of a hotel that we've spent quite a few nights at during our time here, and we've just checked into our final hotel in Cusco. Save the best till last, I tell you, because this place is unreal. Have a little look. The best day. So we got in from the spa and then lit some candles in our bathroom and just enjoyed a really long relaxing bath, and we had a pisco sour and canapes delivered to our room, and now we've just come downstairs to the bar where we're going to learn how to make a pisco sour.
This is pisco, fresh lime juice, this is simple syrup and egg white.
That's a good one. Very nice.
So just had our first breakfast here at Casa Cartagena. It was really good. So lovely here. Like honestly, I've just walked out to the courtyard and I'm like, I just want to live here forever. Hey guys, a new day in Cusco. Today we're recovering from the Inca Trail. If you want to see more about that, you'll have to watch our video on it. And 2, we've just come to Qorikancha, which is the Temple of the Sun, which was the first temple of the Incas, which is in the centre of Cusco. Obviously we learned a lot about the Incas on our Inca Trail, so we thought we'd come here today and take a look around.
So we paid 15 soles each to get in, and now we've just paid an extra 5 and we are going up the bell tower, which isn't ideal the day after doing the Inca Trail.
Bright and early. We are already at the train station and it is 10 to 7. We are going back to Machu Picchu because the first time we didn't quite get the views we wanted, so we have teamed up again with Peru Rail, who we travelled from Puno to Cusco with, and we are catching the train from Cusco to Machu Picchu this morning.
Just arrived, the train took 3.5 hours, arrived in Machu Picchu town, or Aguas Calientes. Now we're going to get a bus. The sky's looking clear, so fingers crossed. So when you get to the town, there's a sign that says bus ticket and you've got to follow it. We just bought our tickets. It costs $24 US for a return ticket per person.
Okay, so we're in. We've just arrived. We just entered Machu Picchu. It's looking like a clear day. There are some clouds rolling in, but we're racing to the photo spot. First thing, let's see what we can see. There it is.
We can see it.
Here, the weather is really on our side today. We're so glad we came back to see it in the sunshine. We've seen it misty and moody and cloudy, and now we've seen it happy in the sunshine. And look, there's a little llama behind me. Amazing, absolutely amazing. know, the last time we were here, the cloud forest was doing exactly what it does best and covering Machu Picchu in clouds. But today we've come back in partnership with Peru Rail, and wow, the perfect day to be here.
Come to Machu Picchu, there are 4 circuits you can do, and if you want the great photo spots looking over the 2 mountains and looking down on the city, you need to do circuits 1 or 2. Circuit 3 is a really short circuit, which we wouldn't recommend, and then circuit 4 is to go right down into the base of the city and around, which is what we did when we did the Inca Trail. But today we've kind of done like circuit 1 and 2. We're just kind of walking around taking photos and not really following the proper route. But when you come here, you don't need a guide for circuits 1 and 2. We think you need one for circuit 4, and we're unsure about circuit 3, but we do recommend actually taking a guide at some point, because it is really cool to understand how Machu Picchu was built and all the history. But we did that the other day, so we haven't done it again today.
Time to get the bus back down to Aguas Calientes. So we've just made it back down to Aguas Calientes, which is the little town below Machu Picchu, and we're just grabbing a quick drink and a bite to eat before we get on the train back. Best decision we made, heading back up there to see Machu Picchu in all of its glory and sunshine. It was really quiet. We were really lucky and just feeling over the moon, really. Really great day. One last point from me, top tip, I learned the hard way. Make sure you take some bug spray / insect repellent when you go to Machu Picchu, because there are sand flies. They're not necessarily mosquitoes, but they bite you and it hurts. The kind stranger lent me some of theirs, but make sure you don't forget to bring yours. What's just happened?
So we've just been getting a little present from Peru Rail. 2 water bottles.
Class, let's keep our water cold.
Sick.
Good morning everyone. So today we were up at 2:30 AM. We didn't get back last night until 10:30. So we had very little sleep, and then we were picked up by our tour for today. Today is our final day in Cusco, so we're really going all in, and it's about 6:30 now. We've just had a little bit of breakfast. We're on our way to the famous Rainbow Mountain, which is also called Qorikancha. So yeah, final day here. We've got a bus to Arequipa tonight. We're really packing it in, so let's go and see this. So we made it up to Rainbow Mountain. Hike wasn't too bad. It was steep in places, but it's only about an hour long.
Okay, so we are at the second viewpoint of Rainbow Mountain. So when you first arrive, you're at the base where one of the photo spots, and a 5-minute hike to continue up. I would say the view is even better from up here.
Up here about an hour and 20 minutes. It's now 9:20, and you can see the crowds of people rolling in. So if you can, we do recommend coming super early. We started our trek at 7:10, and yeah, we finished at about 8 o'clock. So, and there was barely anyone here, but now they are all rolling in.
Yeah, look at that.
Look like little ants. There's all the people coming in, and you can see in the distance just how many vans there are. And down here it's pretty busy now as well. Now we're going to head over to the Red Valley, which is just here, and you just take the short path there. 20 souls per person each to enter. Worth it if you've come all this way already to see Rainbow Mountain. Okay, a little bit of an uphill walk, and we reach the Red Valley. from our time in Cusco. It was absolutely amazing. I feel like we pretty much completed it other than a few things. We did so much when we were there and absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I think one of our favourite cities in South America. We did actually write a list of another 6 days we could potentially do there, so maybe we'll drop that in the comments if you want to check those things out. But yeah, awesome time, amazing place, so much to do, so much history. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our episode on Cusco. If you like what we do here, you know what to do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Like, share, comment, follow, do all the things.
See you in the next one.
Lots of love. So we are at the San Pedro. Oh, is it filming? Yeah. Casa Matarina. It's on our little thing.
No.
I might as well explain the ticket thing. So there's like...
Go on, you can take the camera.
We're now just going to go in.
Nothing for me.
Not repeating it.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
What, taking the... I'm not saying what that guy said.
Layers and layers of potatoes.
No. Some dude's looking at it and he's like, layers and layers of history. Mate, it's a field for potatoes.
Ah, no, this is for video.
See.
See, it's okay.
It's good.
Okay.